y'all was in here talking about not being from 63rd and stuff like that. Where y'all from?
I'm from 103rd. They call it the Wild Hundreds.
Mm-hmm. The Wild Hundreds?
So you from the hood? Or you from the suburbs?
I'm from the hood, for sure. Like real bad.
Yeah, I'm from the west side of Chicago, so I'm from the other side. I stayed on the port in West End, so it's not the best, but I didn't think it was the worst.
It's definitely way worse. It could be worse.
No, way worse than the Wild Hundreds.
Oh,
the Wild Hundreds. Now out south, I give you that. Like out south definitely is a little bit better than out west. Yeah. Like as far as safety, like the craziness and stuff that be going on. It be a lot of crazy shit happening on the west side. I'm not gonna hold you, but the Hundreds, that's a different story.
It's fun over there.
What's your favorite food out there in Chicago?
JJ's.
No,
JJ's don't be busting like that.
I didn't start eating JJ's until I got here. Yes,
Man,
that's
get out of
crazy.
there. Y'all cat.
And that's only because they got real mild sauce and lemon pepper.
It's not good. I like pizza.
You like pizza?
So I don't eat deep dish.
You like the deep? You don't like deep dish?
That's like a touristy thing. People from Chicago, I feel like, do not eat deep dish.
What kind of pizza y'all eat then?
Just regular
the thin crust
pizza.
I like thin crust pizza too. I could appreciate a good thin crust pizza.
Chicago got the best food in the country.
What about what it is? Portillo's?
I love Portillo's.
So y'all like a good
anytime I
Polish
go back,
sausage?
Not a beef.
Peppers, cheese.
Oh look, I'm taking y'all back. Y'all mouth watering and stuff.
Atlanta food is just bad.
Yeah,
so.
no. Being here made me really appreciate Chinese food in Chicago. Like I feel like the Chinese food here is absolutely disgusting.
I never seen Chinese food in Atlanta.
Down here,
never.
I got fried rice.
They got a couple spots, but it's
disgusting.
Not. Yeah,
it's not real Chinese food.
I only ever seen it in the mall.
Yeah,
I never seen a real Chinese place.
And that ain't really always it either.
I wouldn't even try that.
Nah.
Man, that's what's up though, man. We are live on the Life in HD podcast, man. It's your boy HD. I'm here. I got my brother Dr. J. Lee in the building, man. What's up, brother?
Man, I'm cooling, man. It's been a good day. Good way to end the day, man. Super excited to talk about real estate. It's always a good time to talk about real estate.
Sure.
Always a good
That's
time
my favorite thing to talk
estate.
about, man.
Man, we got two beautiful guests in the building right now. Some esteemed women of real estate right now that's really running it up and doing it in the field. So we wanted to switch it up a little bit. We've been having men on the podcast, you feel me? So we wanted to bring in some beautiful black queens that's out here getting to the bag.
Y'all are the first women.
Y'all the first women on the
Chicago
podcast.
baddies.
And y'all both,
Period.
all four now, man. All four now.
Okay.
You feel me?
Take that out.
Man. So we got our sister in the building, Montenay Thomas, you feel me? The esteemed first lady of Fleur de Lis Realty.
Yeah,
First female here with you guys.
Lord.
It's crazy.
We gonna get into that too, man, because our story is just amazing, and I'm just so appreciative of everything that you have done for me as a realtor myself. You feel me? So we gonna get into that for sure, and then we got the beautiful River in the building. You feel me? She been running it up and going crazy, man. Every time I look on her Instagram, it's another soul.
Soul.
I'm
trying to
Hey, no, we ain't trying. You doing it. You definitely
it.
doing it. So we gonna get into that too, man. Let's pop it off like this. I want to get to know you ladies. Let the viewers get to know y'all a little bit more. Tell them where y'all from. You know what I'm saying, and a little bit about excuse me, y'all journey. And you know what I'm saying. Let's get into it. Let's pop it up. Whoever want to pop it off first.
So my name is Montenay Thomas. Everybody calls me Monty for short. I'm originally from the west side of Chicago. I was born in Lancaster, California, but I was raised in Chicago. Moved here in 2015 to attend Spelman. I was political science pre-law. I knew I was going to be an attorney. I planned on being corporate lawyer, real Kerry Washington skin. I thought I was going to be, that girl up in law. And then my senior year, got pregnant with my son. Things changed. Definitely wasn't going to do law school right away. So I was just how can I make money and still have time to be there, with my family. So I got into real estate. I DM'd Justin on Instagram and never looked back.
Ain't looked back since,
Never looked back.
Been running it up ever since, man. That's amazing, bro, for real. What you got, River?
It's so funny. I feel like my kind of upbringing is similar to yours. Like I'm from Chicago, of course, the best city. But yeah, I never really wanted to be in real estate. Kind of like fell in my lap. My dad is actually a developer. My mom was the property manager. They're like, y'all need to do real estate. But when your parents tell you to do something, it's like, I'll do anything but that. So I was like, I will be a ballerina, an astronaut. I'm not doing real estate. So I went to University of Missouri. I did not get my HBCU experience, but Atlanta kind of made up for it, after the fact. So I went to Mizzou. I double majored in sociology and communications. And like you, I wanted to be like Tasha Mack off the game, y'all. Like I thought I was gonna be a sports attorney doing contracts. So I came here, went to Georgia State. I ended up getting my master's in sport administration. Started like applying for some jobs to kind of segue into law school, and they were like $15 an hour. I'm like, well, Chick-fil-A is paying $15 and doing tuition reimbursement. That's not gonna work. And I'm like, I got 3 degrees and I can't even work in my field. So I went the corporate route, kind of did that, and then the pandemic was like, see ya. You're out of here. So at that point, I'm like, I need to find something else to do. And I started thinking about my mom. She's like, I told y'all to do real estate years ago. You could have been up by now. And I'm like, okay, let me listen to this lady because maybe she knows something that I don't. I got my license December 2020, right before like my 24th birthday. Started in 21, and yeah, I've been selling ever since. I ain't been.
You ain't looked back since?
My foot on the gas, and I'm done with that.
So.
That's
Real
a
time.
blessing, man. That's a blessing. I love what real estate has done for like me personally, our family, you know what I'm saying? And like for the other families that we impact too, right? Like one of the main things that we wanted to focus on when we started our brokerage was to target those homeowners that felt like that they wouldn't have any other option, right? Or thought that they would be renting forever. The McDonald's worker that's a manager that didn't know that she qualified to get a home loan, right? So it's amazing to see the impact that it's able to have in our lives. Just like you said, you had your son, and that was able to free up the time for you to be able to still be a full-time mother and be able to take care of your family and provide. You know what I'm saying? On the flip side for you, did you get laid off in the pandemic?
I
or
did. That was right.
So you was on the unfortunate side of the pandemic and got laid off, and real estate was a segue for you to be able to still sustain yourself and be successful.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So y'all take notes on that, man. Real estate can be an amazing tool, you feel me, to build you up and set you up for success.
And that's not just being an agent either. Like it's so many routes that you can take, and I didn't know that until I joined Fleur Daily. And I'm steady watching Justin. I'm like, we just started a brokerage. Like, how we got on a construction company? We got trucks. We got this. We got
Everything,
that.
man.
Yeah. So it's so many different routes that you can take with real estate, and I feel like people always think like agent first, and it's like, that's cool. I love being an agent, but like I'm also like venturing out into other parts of real estate too, and that's where like the real money is. Not saying that there isn't any money in being an agent, but like
it's like extra.
Like the agency is cool. I feel like it's your starting point, but to your point, I feel like everybody looks. They see the Instagram, like it looked good.
It looked real
but for
good.
all the work I had to do for the little bit of money you make per closing, it's like it's so many different
a lot
other
of work.
routes. Like
Yeah.
it's so many other things you can do in this space, make the money without being an actual realtor. So I love that point.
You
So I
could
think-
be an appraiser, you know what I'm saying? You can be an
Inspectors. Did I be thinking
inspector.
about that? You be getting
We
4 or
need some
5 inspections
appraisers.
per house.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of money.
We need black appraisers, man. I'm calling
Black
that out.
electricians.
Yeah.
We've
like
been pushing
all of that.
people.
Yes.
Like I always tell people, like we need inspectors, we need appraisers, we need electricians, we need plumbers, because the workforce here is like foreign. You get what I'm saying? So I say, man, you don't really want to go against the curve, go with it. If you can go study and get a license and then employ people to work under you, I'm like, do that. Like that's the smart thing to do. There's not many black people though that are licensed these days. You know what I'm saying? Besides real estate, everybody pops up as a real estate agent. So
That's all we know. That's all I know up in here.
Yeah, put a cap on it. I feel like at some point we got to say, hey, too many licenses are out right now. Either
Yes.
some of y'all return them, and then we got some more. But like, we need a cap on it because it is kind of getting crazy.
Yeah.
how many people y'all know that's realtors?
At least 100. At least 100 real estate agents. Out of that 100, I think
How many of them have
20
emotion?
I was about to say like maybe 20% of them are actually like have emotion.
And that's
And
what I was going to say.
half
I
of them-
honestly don't know
Yeah.
because I like most of them who start off, they start off because they see like, oh, your Instagram looks nice. Like I see, you posting a house here and there. You on vacation, you doing this, you doing that, and so they get their license, and then I never hear anything else. So I honestly couldn't even tell you a number, but it's a lot.
You got to get in the field to really understand. Like it's not really what y'all want to be.
No,
So let's talk about that since we are on that topic. Let's talk about the social media effect, right? What does the social media effect have on, let's say, like clients and let's say people that's inspiring to be agents?
I'm gonna let you answer first, just because she definitely is a lot more involved in social media than I am. Yes.
I'll say this: my social media activity was an accident. I started my social media from scratch. I had like a video that I did on our podcast that like went viral, and then I had like 5,000 followers, and I woke up with 14,000 followers, and I was like, okay.
They like what you said.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I need to do some more of this. But I feel like social media, it really is, I don't know, it can either be like your best friend or your worst enemy. Like the content has to be conducive to what you're doing. It has to be productive. It has to be consistent. Like you could post something good, and if you don't post something for a week, you basically started from scratch again. It's so much that goes into it, but does it help with the clients? I think so. But I also think
I hope so.
I hope so. But it's also like I think there's quality of clients too. Like some people will see something you posted and just be in a mood like, oh, this look good, I'm gonna hit her up. And then it's like when you follow through, like we got to get the lender involved, we got to get these things involved. It's like, okay, wait, I don't really want that.
Like you're doing
I
too
think,
much.
yeah,
I
social
gotta
media
put my
brings-
credit.
Right, don't pull my credit. Like, but you just afterpaid that flight. I don't understand. You
No,
lose on your
not the
credit.
afterpay. The
afterpay
flight
for the
is
flight.
crazy.
But you don't want me to pull your credit. It's a lot that comes with it. I think social media sometimes gives you a lot of attention, but then you have to filter through, is it the good attention, is it the bad attention, is it really conducive to your business? So, I don't know, social media is like a blessing and a curse when you're talking about clients, for me.
Me personally, I'm one of those people. I'm not as consistent yet, and Justin gets.
We've
me
been
about
on her
that.
all the
Yes,
time.
because I
like,
hate it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate social media because like it's so easy to like. Choose my wording correctly with this.
Right, you got to be politically
You
correct.
gotta-
'Cause this is your social
You can get bamboozled real easily with social media, and I'm just gonna say it like that. Like some of your people that you think are like top realtors, like they have all of these followers, ain't sold houses, like
yeah, in a minute.
all year.
In a minute.
So
cap.
yeah, like like. And that's like why I hate it, just because it's like I know, like, being in this industry, how many of these people on here faking. So it's like, do I really need to do that? Knowing that, like, I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I'm out here like in these real estate streets for real. Like, do I need to post it? Like at first I was
Yes.
saying no. At first I
Yes,
was saying
you
no.
do. Post
And then
it.
I started following people like River. I started following people like Nika.
Yeah.
Like all of the people on your podcast. And I saw like, how beneficial it was, and like, helping you reach out to audiences that you may not necessarily
Tap
have
in
gotten
with.
to tap in with. So I'm working on it, but like it's really, like she said, it's like a double-edged sword.
It's
like
a second
it
job.
has its good.
You're a
yeah,
realtor
it's
and a
got-
content
yes,
creator.
exactly.
Like
And I
it's
hate
a
that.
job.
That's a
I
whole.
hate
That's
that
a whole nother bag too.
No,
You gotta pay. You gotta pay a photographer. You gotta pay them to
Hello?
edit
That's
it.
expensive.
It's
You know what
an
I'm
expense
saying?
for sure. It's a lot. I think it's a lot. I think the other thing that it does, and I think for women, I don't think men have this problem, but I'm not a man. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it gives that idea that like pretty privilege is a thing. Like you can just.
You gotta know I was gonna ask you
I
about
feel like
that.
that's like
You
the
gotta know.
misconception. I feel like our job as agents is to make everything look good.
Yes.
Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
never gonna post me crying in the shower about the things that be going on, because that be happening more often than not.
You be crying in the shower?
What? Boo?
Why in the shower?
What?
Where you gonna cry at?
Why in the shower?
Because
It's
I don't
too
want
hot
nobody
for
You
to
can
know.
wash some tins
I
away
don't
too
want
quick.
nobody to know. So it's like I need to do it, why I can't, and then just go on about it. But I think our job is to make things look better than what they are. So everybody looking like, okay, I'm cute. I can show houses. I know how to record content. I'm gonna be a realtor. That's only like, that's not even 10% of it. Like that might get you some eyes on it, but what happens when a contract falls in your lap? You don't know how to read a contract, write a contract, close a deal. It's not
Losing
really
people
gonna
earnest money.
Okay, it's not gonna help you in real life, and I think that's the misconception and why people jump into this business like, oh, I'm finna do that.
They're like, I'm
Not
bad.
that.
I can sell houses.
Yeah, I know some bad things that ain't selling.
Nothing.
Lot of them.
Me too.
Love that. Oh, y'all messy.
Lot-
That was
You're
real
crazy.
messy right there.
Insider. A real close one, man. I'm talking about bad.
Man.
Woo, bad. But see, a lot of times, like, I see women realtors kind of go with the move. Like, guys gonna come to y'all trying to buy. They're gonna be these dudes that's the dope boys, the scammers, the rappers. And they trying to do what they want, but no credit, no taxes.
No money.
They
for
not
real,
bankable.
Not bankable, so it's a waste of time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I know that's common. Like when I used to actively sell, I don't sell no more. We kind of just work it out amongst each other, amongst the family. We pass our leads around. I would get DM'd a lot by women. Like,
Yeah, I was just about to say, we got handsome privilege too.
that's indeed, boy. They'll be on it. Like,
I know this guy personally.
what? Why had some fun doing some houses? You feel me?
It's like a trickle effect. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even
That's
got to do much. They just.
Yeah. I mean, I think like, but I ain't gonna lie, being a realtor kind of like got me my sauce. Like that really taught me how to really hustle for real in Atlanta, because I was working corporate and doing real estate in the evenings and the weekends. So I went crazy my first year in real estate. Like, but it was because I had set up that I'm not doing nothing but selling. I'm not gonna do nothing but show houses on the weekends. I'm gonna find somewhere to be at. And that built my name and my network. So my engagement was real. So I was able to really reach people that nobody else wants to reach.
For sure.
The common Joe, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I go for. So what do you prefer? Like,
I was about to say, I think that's my business model. Like, I'm very passion driven. Like, I'm not in real estate for the money. Like, I love the money. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like, I'm really passion driven. Like, my client base, I like the group of people who feel like you said earlier, like, I never thought I could buy a house. I never thought this was attainable. I'm real big in the space of people who like go get approved and the approval low, and then the realtor like kind of write them off. Like, I have so many like testimonials and referrals from my clients who are like, I tried to work with another realtor before. They didn't pay me no attention, or this happened. Like, that's my client base. Like, I love helping the people who are like, okay, you right there. Maybe we need to work on this or that, but we going to get you to where you have to go. And I think because of that, like, those people, I'm not going to lie, if your credit bad, your friend's credit probably bad too. If you in some type of situation, it's the people around you. If they start telling their friends, like, okay, I did this, I didn't think I could. Like, you might want to call this girl. Like, she can help you. And I think that's how my client base is kind of built off of.
That
I'm
snowball
trying to think.
effect.
I feel like I heard somebody told me that they was working with, as I'm sitting thinking about River the Realtor.
Okay, it was me.
You say that name all the time. It's straight.
Do you know somebody named Jalen?
Jalen.
She's a Delta.
Oh, Jalen, if you watching this and it's you, I'm so sorry.
I'm 100% sure.
Maybe. What school she go to?
I know she went to Mercer for like her master's last year.
Jayla. Hey, sister.
Yes.
Jayla from Chicago. Yeah, I sold Jayla her house.
Yeah, she
and I'm
told
selling
me.
her mom's house right now in Chicago. Her mom's gonna relocate here. Like,
Yeah.
Jayla she from the Hunters too. That's my girl. We went
Yeah.
to the zoo together, but yeah, I sold her house.
That's my homegirl, man.
Yeah.
So she was talking. I ain't talked to her in a minute, but last time I seen her was in a club in Buckhead and on the rooftop, and she was like, "Yeah, you gotta hook up my friend River the Realtor." Da da da.
Yeah.
And it crossed my mind as we're sitting
See
here.
that network.
But it's
That's
like,
my girl. We wanted to loan for my birthday. Like, that's my girl for real.
okay then.
That's my
When your
girl.
birthday?
It's in December, but like I'm a planner, so
In December.
Oh, I sent them invitations out in June. I don't play.
6 months early.
I do like a 6
You be
month.
cutting people off if they'll come to your birthday party.
For
Huh?
sure.
Oh yeah, 6 months. She not
Bad.
playing.
It's real
Like,
bad.
you knew about this in June. Ain't no
For
way.
sure.
That's crazy.
Oh nah.
Yeah. We'll talk offline about it.
Yeah, that's hectic.
Stuff like that don't even work with y'all.
No.
Tried that one time.
Nah.
Tried it one time with them, and it don't work.
It don't
You gotta
work.
put your foot down.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I feel like that's the case like with men in general. Like they just be so unorganized when it comes to trips.
See, my male friends don't even play with me like that.
What? Girl,
Foot on deck.
I need
Where
friends
y'all
like
at?
I need friends like that.
'Cause-
these two right here, they like, yeah, sis, give me like a month advance and then remind me like 2 weeks
2 weeks
before.
out, yeah.
And then 2
Him,
days before.
I was about to say
Yeah.
him the day before.
Hell
I need
yeah.
to call
Probably
him like,
a
hey,
couple hours
bro.
before.
Yeah.
I will book the flight though. I'm quick
Yeah.
to I'm
Okay.
quick to
We'll
move
come.
around.
That's
We'll
half
come.
the battle. That's half the
Yeah.
battle. Once the flight is booked, you're going.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I
Literally.
think I'm always for a trip though. Like most of the time now, if you look at my story, I'm
Vacation.
always
Yeah.
somewhere.
I'm out in the morning. I'm
Yeah.
going. I'm going
So
to
it's
the big.
like I think that's the balance too though, because when you're doing real estate construction, like it's overstimulating at times. Like always talking to people, always being on site, the content. Like I'm like Monty, I don't really like to post and
I
do
literally
all that.
have to like force him. Like,
Bro, they call my phone and text me 100 times.
And
Post, accept the collaboration.
Except the collaboration. He be ready to knock
Y'all
just the
still
head
be
off about that
accepting all of my
content.
collabs. Like,
That's Ash. Ash control all the business pages.
Okay,
So
I'ma text
you got to
him
get
now.
that Ash
Yeah,
on
you gotta
that.
get that Ash. He in control of all that.
Yeah, I don't want to do. I can't.
It's a lot. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I shout out to Kay, because my photographer, he comes everywhere with me. If he's not there, I wasn't there. It never happened. Birthdays, real estate, anything. It never happened if he wasn't there. I'm not the type of person that can set the tripod up because I feel like I'm really working. No shade. I'm not saying like if you do got that tripod, you're not working, but
you're not working with that tripod right there with your clients.
You not.
She getting money. Look, she getting money. That's why she can pay a photographer. Let's talk about that though, right? While we on the social media topic, let's talk about this. How does one that may not have as much motion right now, right, still make their social media reflect that they're still like working? If they still not having the motion, how does it show that they're still working or, putting themselves in position to get some motion?
I mean, I feel like that iPhone worked just as good as it did beforehand. Like, you still have to use the tools and resources you have. Like, I'm blessed to be able to afford to have a photographer, but that was not always the case. It used to be like, come on, bro, like, look out for me, get this 1-2 closing. But I feel like early on, I was doing stuff on my phone. I was using Canva. Anybody that know me know, like, I also am like, I can't use a computer. It's like real bad. I'm so like, I am not tech savvy.
Use a Windows or a Mac.
I have an iPad. I'm talking about an iPad. MacBook. I got a Mac, but like I cannot use technology. I'm like a very much manual. I would rather write the contract out on paper and scan it. Like I'm very old school with stuff. So if I could figure out how to work a little Canva or something, it's really just about showing what you got going on. Even if you get on your story like, hey, this was going on. Let's talk about this. People just want to know that you know what you're talking about and that you're actually working. Yes. That's it. So I don't think it take a lot of money to really like show that. Like you can show that for free.
So you think it's more so like the networking, getting out there?
Yeah, showing people that you're actually doing the work. Like seeing you on Instagram and all these great places is like, dang, I want to be like her, but I don't want to work with her. She's not doing anything. Like, this is not helping me. I feel like real estate is the most expensive thing most people will buy in their lives. People not walking around with a $500 item or thing. It's their house, their home. You want to work with somebody who you know is going to get you there, get you the best deal, all of that stuff. And that's what people want to see. So even if your content is not in 4K or whatever that, you're working. I know that this girl got my back. I know she's going to protect me in this situation with my money on the line. Like, that's the content right there.
Real talk.
And people gonna watch it regardless. Like they may not like it. You may only have like 5 likes up on that post, but people saw it. Like people they're watching you every time like you post something. So just keep posting. And I need to take that advice myself. Just keep posting. Just keep posting. And yeah, like to go to your point, like the iPhone works just as good. Canva is my best friend. Like anytime, like, I need to do a flyer, do like an open house, like anything like that, I go straight to Canva. So there's definitely other ways. Like I don't use a photographer all the time. When I can, I will. Because it makes it so much easier. He do all your editing for you. He get them angles. So it makes it easier once you get to a certain level, but it's not impossible to do. Like, if you're not there yet.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yes.
So what do y'all think has been like the hardest part throughout the journey, like being in real estate, like from when you started to now?
It's been so many challenges that I have had to overcome, and I'm only in my 4th year. But I think like the biggest one is like confidence and not comparing like yourself to others, staying in your lane, knowing like what your strengths are and playing on those strengths. Like it took me so long like to understand that and understand like I'm unique in my own way. Like my clients come to me because like,
who you are,
who I am. Yeah. Yes, they like that. So I had to like, take a couple years to like really remind myself of that and like stop comparing myself to people on Instagram. And then not only that, stop looking at people on Instagram as competition and look at them as people that
they're resources at the end of the day.
Yes.
Because it's so many times that and I'm gonna be careful with that too, but it's a lot of the times that I might double back and it'll be a realtor that I've worked with in the past, and we end up coming back on another deal together in some way, shape, or form or fashion. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like whether it be somebody that was working with the investor client, knowing that I have all the deals all the time. You know what I'm saying? They hit me up like, yo, what you got in your pipeline, HD? You know what I'm saying? Boom. Oh, I got X, Y, and Z. All right, you know, my client like that. Here go the you know what I'm saying? Literally, sometimes it be that simple.
Sometimes. It
Yeah.
ain't a lot of agents like
I
that.
was like, I think that's the network part of it. I think the
Yeah.
caveat to that is like you will come in here thinking that everybody is like you. Like I really be checking my DMs and I get a lot of like DMs, unsolicited, solicited, whatever, and I try to respond to everybody. If it's somebody asking me about real estate school because I do mentorship, I will always try to respond because I get it. Like I've been there when I had no idea what I was doing. Answering somebody's question go a long way. You will be surprised that everybody is not like the people in this room. You'll message somebody just something like, "Hey, I seen you do this. You know, you have any advice on this?" And they'll be like, "Advice ain't free. Like, I don't know why you messaging me."
It's $15,000.
Mentorship, 10 bands, drop the like. It's
I ain't gonna
crazy.
cap. I just dropped my mentorship.
Okay, go get it.
15K.
But that's different.
The
That's
time-
not
the
like
time is
that.
valuable.
But no, I
Yeah.
get that. I have a mentorship program too. It's not cheap. Like time is money. Like
Yeah,
I want to
real
spend my
talk.
time. But I'm saying like if somebody messages me like, "Hey, I'm interested in real estate. Do you have any recommendations for like real estate schools?" Of course, I'm gonna tell you like that information is it's costing me nothing to give you that. Like my time, whatever. People not like that though.
Now, if they want to ask you more questions about how to
Yeah,
study
okay,
for the
there's
exam
there's
and do
a
this,
boundary,
and do
but
that,
my
yeah.
point more so
It's
being
a
is like I'm
couple,
open to
yeah.
helping versus like some people will literally just be like,
Shut it off.
"This beneath me." Like I'm
Yeah.
not helping the next person.
And I hate that. I
Yeah.
hate
That's
that.
what'll mess
Because
your
we all
confidence
started
up.
all
Somewhere,
yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
That's why we be big on that too. Like we really, I know we sitting here joking about it, but we really are big about it. We've been giving back. We got plenty
Yeah.
like real life testimonials of people that, you know what I'm saying, have received help from us in some shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? But I wanna segue into something else real quick too, right? While we talking about like the new agents and stuff like that, what would you say to the agent that want to come and say, "Oh, I want to be a luxury real estate agent"?
Okay, first of all, I gotta ask this first. What's luxury to y'all?
That's a true thing. I think
what's
everybody's looking
It's very
at like,
subjective.
They're looking
super
at like selling
subjective,
mansions
so what
and
is that?
buckets.
Yeah, like I feel like when everybody says luxury, like they want to be a luxury agent, they want to get like to those $1 million properties like right away. But you can be a luxury agent and still be doing $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 properties. It's all about the way that you portray yourself and the way you carry yourself, the way that you're showing yourself on social media. That's what makes like a luxury agent. It's not the price point.
I feel like it's not a price point. It's like the experience.
Yes.
Like I feel like I'm a luxury realtor because the experience working with me is a luxury. If my client is buying a $200,000 condo or a $2 million house, they're gonna get the exact same experience. I'm not treating no client any differently.
You're still gonna have the same due
Same level of
diligence,
respect,
the
same
same
level-
thoroughness.
exactly.
You
The
still
same
gonna-
for this. Fiduciary duty.
Photos.
Yes.
Yeah, I still, even like with my $300,000 clients, like I still get them a black truck to closing just because like it makes you feel
I'm
special.
closing
It does.
with you.
It
Monty
makes you
ain't
feel.
Monty rich over there.
I'm closing with her.
I have support. I have a great boyfriend. But yeah, like I want everybody to feel special because at the end of the day, like you said earlier, like even a $200,000, $300,000 property, it's still a lot of money. You're not walking around with just
$200 in your
$200,000.
pocket, just
Yeah,
chilling.
sure.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I want to make it special for everybody. So it's not the price point. It's about how you are as an agent and how you're showing up for your clients.
Because I think that goes a long way too. I think sometimes people write off those like lower price clients or like for me, I do
Yeah.
a lot of leases. I even treat my lease clients with that same level of respect. And I always tell people this story because I feel like it speaks to that testament. I had a lease client and he was like, "Oh, I'm trying to get a $5,000 condo." I'm like, "Oh, okay." This is like real early in my career too. So I'm like, yes, 1 month's rent. I can walk over $5,000. That's perfect for me. He ended up trying to get like a penthouse condo, but like with commissions on leases, especially at the time, it's whatever the landlord says.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, the worst it could be, I walk away with $2,500, $3,000. But for me, like at the time, I just got laid off. I'm like, this is great.
Right, whatever comes, it's
Whatever
gonna be good.
comes, it's gonna be good because
Yeah.
it's a $5,000 condo. Do y'all know that commission was $100?
What?
Look, I was
was
literally about to ask you. I was waiting for you to
$100.
finish. I'm like, was
And
this
I called her,
Chicago?
and no, that was here. I called
Yeah.
that lady. I said there was a typo. It says
It's missing a couple
$100.
zeros.
She was
Leases
like,
don't pay
I'm gonna tell you right
nothing
now,
here.
this is one of the best buildings in Midtown. Whether you help that client or not, it was gonna get
Yeah,
rented.
100.
So if he don't
Man.
want it,
Somebody was gonna get it.
I was so sick. But even knowing that, I did not treat my client no different. It's like, you may not get a gift, but I'm gonna do what I can with this
Yeah, right.
$100. And I promise y'all, like his dad was there. His dad was super nice, and his dad saw on the form that I got paid $100 for that. his dad was like, I love what you did for my son. I really appreciate that. You know, that kind of thing. Literally a few months later, his dad was like, I want to buy a house. I want to be close to my son. $1.8 million pre-approval. Stop playing.
Stop playing.
That's what you could have got.
I said, I don't know, but
Let's run it.
right now.
Yeah.
And that was my first $1 million sale. So
That's a
I feel
blessing.
like that whole luxury thing, it really comes from how you treat people, your experience, like how you run your business. That's the luxury. Like everything else gonna come.
It's a mindset.
For sure.
It's a mindset, and it's how you present yourself. You feel me? Just like you said, you keep that motion going. You put yourself in the right network opportunities, and you meet the right people, and you be yourself. A lot of the time, people go into networking and try to have the mindset of, oh, let me go meet somebody to then get something from them. Whereas they should have the mindset of, let's network to see how we can help each other. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or even besides that, let's just be personal and figure out who you are as a human being, who I am as a human being. You know what I'm saying? And figure out commonalities. And then we really go from there. Yeah, right. If we mesh, that's how it is. You know, like I was just getting into it with an agent literally as I was driving here, right? Because it's a house that we purchasing on basically what I'm gonna call our block.
We
like,
own all the
we
houses,
got
bro.
5 houses on this block already. You know what I'm saying? This real life monopoly. Real life monopoly, right? And essentially, the appraisal was just ordered. So we're all seasoned agents here. We know that it takes time for an appraisal to come back. Then once the appraisal come back, the closing attorneys still have to do their work as well, right?
Lender too.
Everybody still got work to do. So y'all know how it is when you want to amend the closing date and stuff like that. We're going back and forth about amending the closing date because we're supposed to close Friday.
I hate agents like that. It's like, you know, if this is out of my control. There is
nothing I can do. I'm like, bro,
this.
sign.
You
know what I'm saying? Sign the amendment, bro.
I'm too sassy. Like, I ain't gonna lie. In 2024, I'm too sassy. I'm like, just terminate. Go ahead, terminate. You're gonna wait another 30 days.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it. Push
That's
the
what
button.
he was saying. He like,
not to push the
oh, you want your client to lose the earnest money? I'm like, bro, that's the least of our concerns. We're gonna close the deal out. You know what I'm saying? He want to send me the amendment back with the 8-day unilateral unchecked. We like, no, I'm not. My client's not waiving his right to 8 days. It's
just
on the
in case
contract.
there's another emergency that's out of my control.
We may need to have this in place. You get what I'm saying? But he want to argue me down and say, oh, it's fine. If you don't send the extension, then it'll be back on the market. Your client going to lose his. Okay, you're going to lose the earnest money or whatever. I said, I'm not going back and forth with you. I'll see you at the closing table. Because guess what? One thing for sure, 2 things for certain. I know we closing that deal. I know we're closing the deal. So you won't be sassy or not. We just gonna swing the 8 regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a power struggle. Every agent want to feel like I didn't trump what you said. This is my deal. Put it back on the market.
That's not good negotiation, guys.
It's not
good negotiation.
It's not negotiation.
Don't argue just for the sake of arguing. Like, really try to work with the agent.
I try to be so like friendly and like, you know, just ready to like work.
Just nice.
You know what I'm saying?
It costs nothing to be nice to people.
It don't. And people, a lot of agents
trip.
it be
this
tripping.
dude was just on some like, I told him like, hey, Austin's the agent. I'm the broker and the buyer. Like, bro, I'm gonna close. There's no if and I explained to him like
the situation.
Yeah, but some agents want to be sassy, but this is the thing.
I'm getting sassy too.
Like when you arguing with an aggressive man, that's a bad woman to deal with. Because that's really a sassy man is a bad woman. You feel me? So if you watching this video, man, you are a bad woman, a bad beast to be exact.
Bro. You sassy.
And I think that with those situations, though, it made me more strong of an agent because as a young black man in the industry dealing with a lot of more not mature, but older agents, they like to try to bully you. But I was always good in reading. So I understand how the contracts work. I understand how the amendments work, the due diligence periods, and there's loopholes in the contract. So really the GAR contract is not really written for the seller. It's written for the buyer.
For sure.
You get what I'm saying? So when the Wiseman attorneys wrote those contracts, it was made for the buyer to get more time. So even if you don't send in the earnest money, there's a time period that they must write a formal demand to request proof of earnest money. If they don't send you, this is the formal request for earnest money, then technically you have not breached the contract.
This is okay. Wait,
We
this
got
is
too much
good
sauce.
tea. I was gonna say,
But that's what I'm
this
saying.
is
This is the sauce
good
that they
tea.
It's
need.
real
Like,
sauce.
if you don't know your contract, you're not a realtor.
You gotta know
You
the
gotta
contract.
know them contracts. Like this
Back
is,
and forth.
And if your realtor don't know that contract, you gotta fire that realtor.
You just as
gotta
bad.
fire that
You
realtor
got to.
immediately.
And then come holler at us at Fleur de Lis. Yeah.
Fact. Like, I think now a tip I tell everybody is when you are trying to learn contracts and you don't really understand them, go to that closing attorney that you're closing with. You know what I'm saying? Have a closing attorney in your pocket that can kind of interpret it for you. If you don't have one, shit, throw it in ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, what does this mean exactly in short terms? I do that a lot of times. Like when I don't feel like reading something thoroughly, I upload the attachment to ChatGPT and ask it to tell me a short summary of what exactly is in here if I am the buyer. What rights do I have? You know what I'm saying? Like I ask ChatGPT. Yeah.
no, I feel like it's too many resources for like agents to be making those types of mistakes. Making a mistake is the most expensive thing we can do in this business. We can't afford a mistake. I don't have the money to do that. I don't have the money to fix those mistakes. So I love that. Just learning the contract because that's really all this is. This is a game of contracts and negotiations. That's all real estate
really
is.
all
If
it
you don't
is.
know the contract, you can't negotiate the terms. You have nothing.
Exactly.
And that's the business.
It's literally the business. Like sometimes I don't even pull up to the properties that I'm selling. Like I have never even seen them in person.
Okay.
Right?
Real
But
talk.
we get them gone.
Yeah, it's just whatever's on that paper. I done sold houses in cities I don't even know. Byron, Georgia. I don't know where that's at. I really don't. Just send me the picture. Did you
You
like the
able
house?
to negotiate
Yeah, I
it.
can do it.
Yeah.
Like
It's real
easy.
straightforward in real estate, man. It's like either you like it or you don't. Either you can afford to buy it or you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like it get real simple, you know what I'm saying, with these purchases. And like I know personally, like I've worked with a lot of like buyer clients that will go and have like 20, 30 houses that they want you to go open the doors for. You know what I'm saying? How do y'all deal with situations like that?
I do
with,
not.
with like the, oh, you don't?
I cannot. I will not. I can't do it. I'm so sorry. The thing that I thought I loved the most, I would love the most, is the thing that I don't like.
Showing
Driving.
damn houses.
Driving.
It's the
And that's-
driving.
All kids
If all
want to
the
drive.
houses
Like,
right
oh,
next
we
to
want
each
to
other, I
drive.
wouldn't even care. It's the driving. I cannot do that. But it's also hard because it's like I don't want to put my business in nobody else's hand. I had this girl show some house to me last week in Covington because I was like, I'm not driving to Covington. I don't care what it costs, whatever. She's like, oh, I live in Conyers. I'll do it. She shows up an hour late.
Oh,
My
damn.
client is just sitting out there. I'm getting my lashes done, so I can't even open my eyes. I'm just like, please don't do like that kind of thing. It's really hard to like trust people to do that kind of thing. But people really be wanting to see 30 houses. For me, I'm like, pick your top 5.
There's no
There's
reason
no
you should
way
be
you
seeing
have
30
No.
houses. Let's
We gotta
narrow it down.
I got one client that I've shown him probably like 30, 40 houses and he ain't picked not one of them.
He don't want no house.
Yeah, that used
I
to
think
be
he just
me.
wanted to hang
That
out.
used to be me when
I
I
think
he just
first
wanted to hang out.
started. Yeah.
And if you want to
I
be
ain't gonna
friends,
lie.
just say that. Like
Yeah.
we could go to brunch. We don't have to do this.
Yeah.
Like
I don't have to waste my
Can we
gas
really
money.
go to brunch?
No.
That's my point. Everybody know that. So
okay,
it's
you kind of
like,
pissing me off, but it's just like no. Showing somebody 30 houses is like figure out what you want, and I think that's the other thing. Like that quality over quantity. Like I want a quality buyer. Like this is what I want, and let's figure that out. I can't stand somebody to be like, I live in Covington. I live in Kennesaw. I live in Hampton.
I live in
Man.
a 2-bedroom or it could be a 4-bedroom.
a condo, a single family. Like no,
Like,
you
It's
bro,
not-
what you
whatever.
want, my guy?
yeah, I can't do that.
I took a lot of time though. I ain't gonna lie. So in 2020, I grabbed my Tesla, right, brand new. I put 85,000 miles in that car in 2 years, but I was driving all over.
No,
But I ran it up. I mean, like 220 my first year in real estate.
no.
Yeah.
I don't
220.
give it.
But look, it was the mindset that I'm gonna buy this car so I can have no gas, no expense, and I'm just gonna drive and go wherever, all evenings, all weekends, like out there to the sites, making the houses happen. But the traffic is bad, so I used to use Google Maps, Miss No Technology. You map it out on Google Maps, and you tell them where you want to start at, where you want to end at.
Okay.
And then it'll automatically, and you type in all the address, it'll automatically route it for you, and it'll keep going. Once you get to your first stop, keep going.
See, I
Stop
have to
by
get
stop.
on the computer, put it in Google, like do the pins,
Yeah.
send it to my phone. I have to do all of that stuff. Put it in the
You
note.
old school.
Yeah, I'm super just. If I had a map, I probably would go that route.
Oh no,
I
I
don't know.
can't.
All right, Dora the
I'm very
Explorer.
Dora. Like,
What's
I'm
the
super
thing that we used to use before we had like Google Maps? What they call like Quest or
Quest,
something?
Yeah,
Map,
Quest.
Map Quest.
Quest
Yeah,
used to be
MapQuest.
busting.
Quest.
They tell you where the
Yeah,
police
you
was
have
at
to
and
print it out.
everything.
And I love that. I don't know. I'm just like a very simple person. I feel like that's why I'm not gonna lie. I think maybe I'm saying this as an agent that's been in the business more because if I'm being honest, when I first got into real estate, I was driving crazy places and wouldn't care. You want to go to Brazelton? Let's go to
We
Brazelton.
going.
I don't care. Like $200,000, and I'm calculating.
Griffin, let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Winder.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
facts. I remember that. You got it going though.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
you got it sold.
She ended up buying in Rome, not Winder. Like a whole year
Rome.
later. Yes, I've been all over Georgia. Now that's one thing I will do. Like the driving isn't that bad for me. I'm still in that same mindset. Whereas if you finna buy it, I don't care what part of Georgia we
it's
go.
gone.
Yeah.
I'm finna go. Like I got a Tesla too, so all I gotta do is charge.
I need a Tesla. I bought a Benz. First,
Oh,
get
no.
some money. You
Yeah,
know,
you gotta get
some.
Tessie gang.
I gotta
Tessie
get
All
gang.
us got
Start off with
Teslas.
the Jag,
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I need to do. I got a little bit of money, lost my mind, went and got a Benz, filled it up, $120.
Every time.
See that now that drive feel a little different because it costs
I
with
bought a
us.
Jeep.
It's easy.
I bought a little
Bought
Jeep,
the Jeep.
$30 to fill it up. Now
Oh,
we go
smart.
anywhere. in the
Yeah,
little
now we
Jeep.
slide.
The Mercedes, you put it up. Closing day, y'all see. I don't drive it. I hate driving though. Like that's just.
Yeah.
But I feel like those are the difficult parts of like this. Driving is more so a time thing for me. Because if I have to show you 5 houses and it takes me 4 hours because of the location, like that's 4 hours that I couldn't be on email, make calls, work on other deals. It's too time consuming. So I feel like understanding like what you have time for, managing that.
Yeah.
You gotta put that first, or you will lose all of it.
Facts. And then you show them that 4 or 5 houses and
They
you
don't
still
like
don't send no
none.
offer out that night.
So do you show houses without a pre-approval?
Ooh. I'm not gonna lie. I
You
do,
messy.
y'all.
You messy.
I be one of the
I
two.
do. I'm not gonna lie. I do.
We got
So,
to. We
I
supposed
will-
to.
Who too?
I do.
Who got to? I don't.
I thought we were supposed to. We not supposed to? That's not. I thought that was a
now,
rule.
okay, with
Well-
this lawsuit stuff, now you really not supposed to.
I
Oh, we
wasn't
don't have
even
to?
before then. I'm sorry.
Well, listen.
You have to. I need to see.
Yeah.
Get
You can
this
buy
out.
this.
Yes, before I show you.
I
anything.
respect it. I respect it. I guess for me it's more so because I was moving more so off of word of mouth anyway. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
me.
like
I don't
inner network people. You know what I'm saying? I never really had to like kind of advertise
Yeah.
me being a realtor and stuff like that. So I don't know. I guess it's twofold with that. But
That's yeah. I'm gonna leave that to y'all. I can't.
It's not good practice
Listening,
though. It's not
the
good
broker
practice.
in me, it is an equal housing opportunity industry. We will show each and every person a house, whether they approve or not approve. I'm Floyd Lee Realty, and I approve this message.
He ain't gonna send y'all Monty though. I just want y'all to
Definitely
know.
not. Monty gonna say,
send you.
"Where's the
No.
pre-approval?"
I don't know. I'm kind of like you. I kind of do stuff. The word of mouth thing. I also can have a conversation with somebody and kind of gauge like.
how serious?
Let me send him to the lender. Let me send her to the lender. I can gauge. Like, I ask very specific questions. Where do you work? How long have you been working? How much do you get paid? What's your salary? How much was your last check? If you can answer these questions, okay, boom. I know your salary good. I know how much you make before taxes. Credit, whatever. Everybody lie about that anyway. So I just, if you tell me your credit score is 700, I'm going to say it's a 670. I'm always going to knock 30 points off whatever you tell me because people just lie too much. But everything else, I can pretty much vet it. If it's like well, I kind of filed my taxes, I'm an entrepreneur. Lender. But if I can like map out certain things, I'm not stressing the pre-approval.
Y'all don't be scared, like, you know. Well, I guess you said that most of them come from like referrals, so
Yeah.
people that you already know. I just think about it like, what if you get somebody that's like, you know, crazy and they sound good, they answer them questions correctly, but because like, you know, you didn't have your lender do that background check or like, you know, pull up their credit, make sure like they was a legitimate buyer. You'll never be like nervous in those situations. And I know we all, you know, we stay protected, but like.
You talking about like on some safety stuff?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
on safety. You know, never look. You
I'm
like,
from
I'm from
Chicago.
Chicago.
I'm not worried about that. That's not even like close to the deal.
No.
But
Like
that is
safety.
a real thing, especially
You
for,
keep
like,
it dangerous. You stay vigilant.
dangerous.
That's something safe to do. I don't worry about that part of it, but I do think that is a real thing, especially like when you so early on. Like anytime somebody tell you that they ready to buy a house, when you are like super eager for the money, like you don't pay attention to certain signs, that can get very dangerous. I do like a little bit of vetting though.
Yeah,
In
you
terms of,
have to
like,
vet them.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're not just jumping out
Okay.
into the world going
Yeah.
crazy. But how do y'all feel about the brokerage, like the the like brokerage agreements and stuff to protect commission. Do y'all get those signed before?
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
We
Yes,
slide them in every
yeah.
offer. There you go.
Okay.
At least the first offer, we're going to slide it
No,
in.
slide it right on
first
up in
offer.
there.
I'm
Wait, no,
sliding
I'm
that
saying before the
immediately.
showing,
Here you go.
because like
Oh.
I had a friend who showed somebody a house, and the girl loved the house. She ended up going under contract on the house, but her mom was a realtor. She used her mom. But she never had that, buyer brokerage agreement. So they was like,
If you want HD to work with you, you gotta sign that agreement immediately. Like,
Okay.
damn near like that first initial conversation. Yeah, go ahead on and sign that. You know
I
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
doing that at first just because, like, some people I was getting, like, from me doing cold calls and stuff. So you don't know me. For me to give you this agreement, be
It's
like,
crazy.
hey,
Yeah.
trust me, like, a lot of people not with that. So usually what I was doing was, like, I'll show maybe, like, a week worth of houses. So we'll do, like, 3 or 4 homes. And then after that, once we submit our first offer, I'm always
You
attaching
sliding
it
it
to
in
that.
there,
Yes, I'm
yeah.
gonna attach it to that first offer and just let you know, hey,
I'm representing you.
Yes, at the end of this contract is our agreement so that I am exclusively representing you and you cannot work with any other agents. But by then I've also proven myself too. So
Facts.
it's like no hesitation.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the key. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily do it at first because I got comfortable with getting like cold calling leads. So I have a client. His name's Chris. That's my dog. He probably tuning in right now. I met Chris. Chris was a Zillow lead, bro. This was 2020, I think. I answered the phone as soon as he called. Zillow transferred me instantly. I'm like, hello. He's like, when you can see the house is in the kid. I can come right now, 5 minutes. You feel me? Boy, what? I pushed up. Him and his wife and his daughters, like, and I was like, yeah, man. On the phone, he was like, yeah, I just want to let you know I'm working with multiple realtors. I don't have no contract with nobody, da-da-da. I said, I'm still going to pull up. I had nothing but time. My time is your time. You feel me? I pulled up.
sales.
Man, that was like an amazing thing. Like, I ended up doing several deals with them. Like, I didn't push for the BBA, but the vibe was there. So once I had the vibe, I was able to kind of see that, okay, he's not going to waste my time because I didn't waste his. I pulled up. It was straight. Now it's just loyalty. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the people I lock in with. Like, I highly respect him because I'm like, man, like, I could have he was on the phone very clear and said, I'm working with multiple agents. I'm not in no contract with nobody. I'm not interested in a contract with nobody because I haven't found nobody that just.
That do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I respected it. And I said, at that point, I had a chance to.
Earn his business.
Right. So I was able to earn it.
yourself.
And now we locked in, man. Shout out Chris, man.
That's lit.
Chris, I'm with that though. I'm big on vibes, and
Yeah.
that's why I don't like forcing a BBA on people because I feel like I understand the parameters and the precautions, but if I'm a buyer and I'm reaching out asking questions about real estate, and you pretty much saying I can't do nothing for you until you lock in this contract, you're crazy.
Right.
I'm not doing it. I don't even know you. Like
That's the automatic red flag.
It's
for
the
me.
It's definitely like
automatic
it's like the
red flag.
networking thing. Like I was saying, like if somebody comes to you and like automatically just trying to pull something from you, it's
No.
like you got a motive already. It's like, all right, cool. I get that we're gonna make money off of selling this house, but let's get to know each other
Can I
first.
know-
It's
can
like
I know
it's almost
your
like
name?
dating. You
I'm
know what
about
I'm
to say,
saying?
that's
It's like
being in a
dating.
relationship. Like I'm not. You meet a person, we go together. Like no, we don't. Like I don't know you. Like let's just.
Sometimes
maybe
it be
break
like that though.
And okay,
It be
sure.
like we go together real bad. You know what I'm saying?
But
Boy,
do
them
we?
clients be-
But
boy,
do
they
we?
be-
Like that's the thing. I feel like trying to force, and that's why I think it's such a like. I don't know. It's like a catch-22. You want to do it because you want to protect yourself. Because again, my friend did that. Her and the girl vibe real well, but the girl mom was a realtor. So her
can't
mom
beat
was
mom.
like, you can't beat nobody.
beat
mama,
Like,
yeah.
That's just too much.
But I done showed you 20 houses and your mama just been chilling.
chilling, vibing. She eating off me. That's
Yeah,
unfair.
nah,
That was
that's
petty.
not cool.
That was petty of mom.
At least
See,
give me
me, I'm
a
feeling
at
up
least
on
give me a
moms.
referral
Like,
or a
let's take me to
co-op,
dinner or
moms.
something.
Yeah.
Like, that's wrong. But I just can't force nobody into that situation because I also don't want to work with nobody who don't want to work with me. I feel like once we meet, we have that vibe going. If you cool with it, if you feel like this is a good working relationship, then let's work. If you don't, that's cool too. Like, don't waste my time. I want to make sure. But I don't know. Y'all gotta be safe out here because it's a little crazy.
It
Nah,
is
it
crazy.
is. Speaking of that, that's a good segue. Like, what's the craziest thing you've seen or encountered like on a house tour?
Both of y'all,
Oh,
yeah, both of y'all get
This
that
is
question.
funny. Out with Jayla.
Oh, really?
We was shopping and Jayla bought her house and it was last year. It was last summer.
Yeah.
We was like kind of touring houses and stuff like that. And I'm like, again, I'm a real like vibes person. I could like just look at somebody and be like, this ain't gonna work. I don't like that person. The house was giving me like weird vibes. I feel like especially a house that's been lived in, like people leave that energy. Like you ever walk in the house, you can just feel
You
like,
feel it, yeah.
I don't like this. We pulled up to the house and I told Jayla, I was like, it's heavy. Like something's
You
going
say
on.
me.
Yeah, this ain't
And Jayla's super optimistic. She's like, well, River, we're already here. We need to maximize the time. I'm like, okay, whatever. It was also open door. I know how open door
Yeah,
house
open
is.
door. They be
Anybody be in there?
Oh, anybody was in there. That's the thing. We opened the door and I
They
hear
had a
like
squatter?
a cup drop. And I'm like, wait a second. And she like, you think somebody in the house? I'm like, it's very possible. Like, I don't
It's
know. Like, I
over.
feel like it's somebody in the house. She's like, well, let's just go in. I can't
Yeah,
let it go by
she-
myself. So
like
we
a
walking
scary
in the
movie.
house,
This
the-
sounds like a scary
A
movie.
guy literally runs out the back door. Like, he's in the house. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, it's a mattress on the floor. He got quick trip cups everywhere. Like, he live here. We in his house, unannounced. We need to go. Like, this is his crib. And people don't understand that. Like, once someone is squatting, that's really their house.
That's
Like,
our
Yeah.
house.
he lives here. We just trespass. Like, anything could have happened. Like, I hate just running into people. It be that and cats. But
Yeah, I
it's
can't do
always a
cats.
cat on the loose.
What about you,
in the house.
Monty?
For me, I think like the craziest experience. I don't know if you're. Yeah, I think both of y'all. 'Cause,
I
yeah, we
do
had
remember.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I- that's what made me talk about. She be like, what?
Yeah, I was doing showings with this girl Sam that I used to do an internship with back when I was in college, and we were looking for homes over near the West End. So we know.
Okay, love the West End.
We love the West End.
We love the West
We
End.
love the West End, but you know, it's always some shit up in the West End.
Yeah.
And one house like we went to, the agent said that they had turned like, you know, the alarm code off, and they never did go up in there. Of course, you
Alarm
know,
going
yes,
off.
going off. I'm trying to call them. They didn't answer. Never like texted me. I think until like 15 minutes later. I finally turned it off, but obviously somebody, you know, from across the street, they heard the alarm too, called the police on me, and I got the police called on me while my clients were there. Like the police pulled up on me as we were finishing.
You felt so unprofessional.
I
I know
felt
my
so
team was
Your
like-
embarrassed.
client wasn't there when you first went in the house.
No, they were there. They
Oh.
were
I
there
heard
when
the
all of
alarm,
that
but
was
still,
happening.
like-
But still, it's like, you know,
It's a
you just
lot.
called the police on me, like, with my clients right here. Like, come on.
Oh, you better
Yeah.
than me, because that happens to me all the time. I be like, I mean, I guess the
What
police
y'all want me to
call
do?
I
Like-
don't know. When they get here, I'm gonna just
Tell them. Yeah.
I got a showing
Hey,
request. It
y'all,
was
like-
And the
accepted.
police officer was super nice. Like, I gave him my business card, you know, told him I'm here for a showing or whatever. But still, like, that was
Right.
embarrassing.
But at
Especially,
least
like,
we
me
know the
just starting
neighbors
off.
looking out for each other. Like,
Yeah.
that's the selling point for me.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like
Man.
you got some good attentive neighbors across the
Yeah,
street.
right.
Mhm.
That's real.
Nosy, but yeah.
Man, I was
we
looking
love
out.
nosy neighbors.
Level. I'm the nosy neighbor in my community.
We love it.
I can't do it.
No, I can't be the nosy neighbor. I don't care
I
enough.
love
But I love the nosy neighbors in my community. They do be looking out.
You be
I'm
peeping
not
through the
gonna
blinds.
Wait.
say
Man, so mine is real crazy. Like, I think I was in Southwest Atlanta looking at a flip, like going in, it was a gutted house. It was a group of us. I'm like, was you there? It was me, Ty, I think Jazz, and like a couple other like my mentees. So when we go into the house, it's a vacant gutted house. And they had a lockbox code, but the door was wide open. So I'm like, what's the point of this code? Right? So I go and the agent kept calling like, hey, you still going to the show? I'm like, yeah, I'm going. Then I call and I get in there. He like, you there? I'm like, yeah, I'm here. I'm like, why you keep calling?
Cause he never like checked in. Basically, like when you open the box, it give him a notification. Like,
Yeah. So man, I get in the house and it's studs. It's 2x4 because it's a gutted house. So as I'm in front of the house, I had seen like there was like a mini apartment across the street, and these dudes was arguing about a phone. So as they're arguing about a phone, all I see is another dude running down the street. So dude took the phone, right, and ran down the street. About 5 minutes later, we upstairs in the house, walking around. Next thing I hear, do, 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 do.
they start shooting.
They start shooting.
In the house?
In the house.
Hey,
No.
you know what? I remember this.
I wasn't there
bro.
for that one.
Yes.
That was Jazz and Ty. That was
So-
Yeah, I remember him calling me and telling me about this.
Man, I'm in the house, they shooting. I got my mentees with me.
They just now they're like fresh to real estate, like
fresh. Like, Ty was a sophomore in college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they shooting. We in the house with no windows, the door wide open. We
Two
right
by
across
four,
the
it's
street.
gutted.
They shooting. They're scared. Ty, he moving towards the window. I
I'm
want
about
to
to
see.
say Ty scared.
So he going towards the window wanting to see.
What's
Like, get your ass down.
Yeah, like, get down. So I pull up. I'm like, get down. Like, so we ended up having to wait for like 15 minutes till the police came. Police came, swarmed the house or whatever. And we was able to get out of there. I'm like, man, that was the like most random thing. I'm like, I got these people kids with me.
Do they
like,
still do? Are they still in real estate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because that's the type of thing that be like, you know
Jazz
what?
in LA doing big
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, she
Jasmine doing big things, and Ty, he doing commercial real estate
In Alabama.
and he getting a master's too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, me, I would have been like, no, this real estate thing, this my sign
It
right
ain't
here.
it
I
ain't
get
for the weak
shot
of
at.
heart. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for the
Oh,
weak
no.
of heart.
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
leave Chicago down Atlanta. I be saying that all the time when I see stuff going on. No.
Right after that, Ty went and got him one.
He did.
He had him one on him. He had that pole on him. So,
You gotta be
but I think
serious.
it's essential to have some type of protection because you just
Especially
never
y'all,
know.
like
women,
yeah.
you definitely got to have something. If you could do showings, don't go by yourself. Like I done did showings where I've been with women and dudes then walked in on them. Like crazy stuff that happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen some real crazy stuff going on. So I try not to go at night.
Yeah.
You know, because people be trying to set people up and all of that like that too. So, you know, just always be mindful, be safe and stuff like that when you're doing your showings.
I always keep Phoebe by me.
Yeah.
Real close.
That's
I would
it.
say this too. While we on this like topic of, I guess, like showing and going see different properties and stuff like that, we recently went to go check out like another potential property, right? That we thought was for sale but wasn't for sale. Long story short, but anyway, we went to go check the property out. They had some squatters in there. You know what I'm saying? And this situation, I really feel like people need to talk about more. You know what I'm saying? Because they really have people that's okay with living in circumstances like that. You know what I'm saying? And how do we combat that? You know, like, and not only that, but you feel sorry for people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got into it with that lady about coming in.
Austin got into it.
No.
I'm a nice guy.
I got it on camera too, so don't go there. I'll post it with the clip.
Post it.
But
You gonna
look-
see me up them blues to it too.
That's exactly what I was about to say too. At the end of the day, what happened was, right, we're very compassionate and genuine people. Like, we didn't come in there on no aggressive, like, oh, like, get the fuck out. Like, you're not supposed to be here. You trespassing, which probably some people really do that to them people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come in there more so on the kick, like, oh, inspector, you know what I'm saying? We just coming to check it out, you know, like, just like more so trying to be understanding, you feel me? And I feel like it's something that needs to be brought to the light too, because like as agents and people who are investors and stuff like that, you don't need to approach somebody in that manner, right? Because they already clearly not in the right state of mind by living in a condition like that. You know what I'm saying? No running water, no electricity, no HVAC, no nothing. You talking about somebody sitting in the dark with some candles, probably going outside to use the bathroom, like going somewhere else to wash up if they even do that. You know what I'm saying? And like not really knowing where they're going to eat food, whatever, right? So, and here we are coming in to take that away from them, essentially. You feel me? So it's like, it's two sides to the coin, right? We want to make the neighborhood better to actually put some people that will appreciate not say appreciate it, but some people that would like acquire their space properly, right? And then on the other side of the coin, you want to make sure that people that are in that space still don't go without shelter, etc., and like literally basic essentials and necessities of life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like at the end of that experience, essentially, like, you know, she cursed us out and called us all kind of bitches and said, you know, she was gonna go get this person and go get that person and woo-de-woo. But at the end of the day, like, we were able to talk to her, like, and treat her as a human being and really humanize the situation and let her know, like, you know, we're really good people. We just here trying to make an impact. We want to do better. We want to, you know, like, make an impact in the community. This is where we start at, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then Justin was courteous enough to actually listen and hear her out and hear her story. You know what I'm saying? And, like, let her know, like, you're loved too. You know what I'm saying? And like we praying for you. You know what I'm saying? And here you go. Like gave her $100. You know what I'm saying? Like that made her day. She went from cursing us to glorifying us.
Crying
you know what I'm
and
saying?
giving
Like
us hugs.
crying and saying like, you know, like embracing us. You feel me? Like we got out the car and gave her hugs. I'm not too big for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like these are real people at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So like when y'all going out here and y'all are, you know what I'm saying, going about y'all days, you know what I'm saying? Like just treat people with the same dignity, kindness, respect that you will receive. Or if it was one of your family members, man, like, you know, because that was something that she said too. She was like, how would you feel if this was one of your family members and stuff like that? My, like, you know, we all got family members that probably are in some type of situation like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't wish that for them. We wish better for them too. But like, you get it. You don't want to like push some type of judgment or like make somebody feel bad because of their circumstance. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like y'all changing the narrative. I think a lot of people, especially for investors and people who develop and flip, people who are in a certain circumstance feel like, oh, y'all are doing this to displace us. Y'all are trying to kick people who look like me out of spaces like this and take over. I think it's super important for people of color, especially black men, to walk into these spaces and say, yes, we're acquiring these properties, but we're doing it so that we can make these livable and habitable conditions for our people. Like, you could easily go buy a property in, you know, a more affluent area and focus on that, right? More money, more this or that. But I feel like working in the space and communities that I've seen y'all do work in, like, that's huge, that's big. And I think making sure they understand, like, we're not trying to displace y'all, kind of like you're saying with the lady, right? We're not trying to take from you, but we're trying to add to, like, the bigger picture here.
Yeah.
I think people, exactly, build the same community that other people tore down and kind of try to take from y'all. So I think that's, I don't know, I feel like real estate, we have so much power and like the next generation and the people that look like us to kind of show them, one, it's a huge gap in ownership. Like, people of color are trailing behind everybody else in terms of ownership because of the lack of education, the lack of resources. People just don't know. And I feel like the job that we have is kind of bigger than us. It's bigger than like the social media. It's bigger than the money. Like, we're really...
We bridging the gap. We're bridging the gap.
The gap.
Like, let's think about it, right? Before River, before we started the pod, I took River on the tour of the space, right? And when we were upstairs, my auntie was literally like, my auntie Tanya, she literally was just like, she just bust out crying like, y'all broke the generational curse, like y'all broke the curse.
That and I was like, oh my God,
and
that is
what
a real
all
thing.
about. Yes.
That's literally what it's about. Like, we're about to have a black female president.
Okay, and a soror.
Yeah.
Period.
Are you the case?
And you know that.
Okay.
Ski-roo.
And you know that.
2020 vision, baby.
There we go.
That's lit,
man.
Facts.
I think overall though, my biggest highlight in real estate has been like treat everybody the same. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had I kid you not, I had a client that was a security guard, and he called me to do a rental, and he couldn't really buy at the time, so he tried to do a rental. We couldn't do the rental. His credit wouldn't work. I treated him so nice though. I would talk to him, answer the phone every time he called me. A year and a half later, he got into an 18-wheeler accident and came up on $700. Sold him a crib for $500 cash. You know what I'm saying? Like, hadn't talked to him in 2 years almost, but because of how I treated him and made him feel and gave him attention and gave him resources, like, yo, bro, do this, pay this person, fix this credit, da-da-da. He listened to me, though.
Just being genuine.
You know what I'm saying? And it just taught me like that, because you just never know who could be what or who may know what. Like, I think that's really what stuck with me in the industry. Because a lot of times people are sleep on us. Like, I might come into the room, like, to go to an event or go meet somebody. I'm dusty. I got on construction boots and a t-shirt.
Little shorts.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm going to have on a JM Lee shirt.
Some hoochie shorts.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I'll be wearing my hoochie shorts.
with the gun poking out.
With the gun, you know what I'm saying? And a cowboy boots. And people will take me for granted or like judge me coming into the room, like sellers and stuff. They'll play with you, but not knowing like I'm him. Like, I got cash. Like, what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? So when I learned like how people perceive you versus what's reality at times, it's difficult for you to really like gauge who's really who. Because like I said, I intentionally will show up dusty, painted, you know, I would downplay it. I'll let you think what you want. and then I'll tell you who I really am. You know what I'm saying? So I think real estate gives us that even playing field. It's a universal language of business. You have the opportunity really to network with lawyers. You have the opportunity to network with lenders. You learn about the taxes. You learn insurance. You really have to be thorough. You learn about houses. Most women don't know about houses, but with these inspection reports, you gotta learn.
Okay.
You feel
I
me?
know stuff I don't know.
I remember because I remember my first inspection report, like my first contract, and I got like that 40-page report back, and I'm like, I don't
everything.
know
What's
none
going
of this
on?
shit
Yeah.
You
is.
think
Like,
it's the end of the world because it's like, why
Literally,
is this
yes.
40 pages? I remember the one.
You like, what is a GFCI?
They love
The
that.
big one, the one that got me the first time was it was so stupid. It was like the downspout on the gutter.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
so
basic.
stupid, but
It's
it
so
says,
simple too.
If you don't, the water can leak into the foundation and
yes.
make the house move. My client was like, "It's a leak in the house." I'm like, "Oh my god, it's a leak at the house!" And I called my
thinking
mom
it's the
and
end of the
dad because
world.
my dad was developing at the time. He like, "Girl, go to Lowe's
And connect
get
the
the
damn
thing,
gutter.
connect it yourself,
$11.
and call it a day." Like it's
Not
okay.
That simple.
Save your
Yeah.
deal.
Please.
I think that's also mainly like how the beauty of real estate is. Like it forces you to learn contracts. It forces you to learn lending. It forces you to learn insurance. It really forces you to learn how money and true business works.
Yeah.
Because real estate is the one industry that's really black and white. Like I've seen it work good and bad where people just don't know. So you have to really know and have a good real estate professional. I personally don't encourage everybody to go to real estate school. I think that you should have your lane. You know what I'm saying? Like if real estate gonna be your lane, lock in with it and do it. But if you don't want to actually be a realtor, you don't have to be. Share the love, man. It's enough money in that deal. Real estate money is made on the front end. It's not made on the back end. So if you can't afford to pay somebody a little 3%, then you probably need to be investing in real estate. You get what I'm saying? So to all you people grabbing real estate licenses just to do deals and to invest, you really don't got time for it. If you don't have time for it, you're going to cost yourself more money because you don't understand the contracts, you don't understand the clauses, and these contracts change. You know what I'm saying? Another nugget. Guard just changed in 2024.
Yep.
Some forms is not the same.
They not.
Them amendments are not the same. So if you're not up to date on it,
And
you will
not
cost
paying
yourself
attention.
money.
Yeah, if you don't pay attention and go look and see what year those contracts are from, if you already done maybe got yourself knowledgeable on the 2023 contracts or 2022 contracts, and now they come with the new set, you got to
Good
catch
luck.
up because all of those laws and rules may have changed. You get what I'm saying? And that's just real.
I ain't gonna lie though, pro tip, with real estate, you don't have to use a specific agreement. You don't have
Correct.
to use a guard firm because everybody's not a realtor. But
true.
two, the realtors that are, if there's a form that works best for you,
You can use that.
no matter what year it is.
You can
So,
use
you know, I can't give all our sauce, but we use certain forms from years ago.
Especially with this commission stuff going on.
Facts.
Yeah, you got to be real careful with that.
So how do y'all feel about Open Door, Guard House, and different companies like that that's just doing like self-scheduled tours and they giving the buyer back the money though? Like, cause you know, like an Open Door.
You say you
Oh,
love
I
it?
thought you meant
I
like
was about to say-
self-tour, like they can go see it themselves. I was like,
Yeah, but
She
you know,
like,
with
I
those
love it.
houses,
No.
like Open Door and Jar House and a couple other like companies around,
Yeah.
they're letting the buyer get back. They're advertising like 1.5% back because ultimately they're not paying a commission. So instead of giving you 3%, we'll get a buyer 1.5%.
oh,
So they don't need a realtor.
No. This whole notion of you don't need a realtor is always crazy to me.
Yes.
Like, I feel like it started with new construction and then it egged onto this whole thing. Well, if you see it yourself and you like it, just call us, we can make it happen. Like, who is really representing you?
Nobody.
Even if you go to a new construction property right now, the person that sits at that property represents
Works
the
for
builder.
that D.R. Horton or whoever
If
that
D.R.
builder
Horton
is.
tell them you need to drop that bad habit, let her go, take her earnest money, they're gonna do that. They're not gonna fight for you. They're not gonna make sure you're protected. They're not gonna get you the best deal. They're going to cut corners. Like, you need somebody who works in your best interest no matter what you're doing. So that whole thing about we're getting 1%, is that 1% really worth you getting finesse? Because I guarantee you're getting the worst possible deal if you don't have somebody on your side helping you. Like,
That's gonna,
And you just
and
gonna
that's
make the
knowledgeable.
process so much more stressful. Like,
And then
I
don't
couldn't
call me
even
in the middle of
imagine-
it, like-
exactly. Like, girl, I'm finna get ready to lose my earnest money. I didn't understand this contract, and now, like, you know, they trying to bully me into something. I'll be like, I can't help.
Help
because I'm
you,
finna bully
yeah.
you into it too. No, keep
Literally,
going.
you
Yeah.
finna do it. Like,
Man,
Yeah.
that's crazy. And the market right now is, you know, it's very, very interesting. You know what I'm saying? The rates, you know, are fluctuating. You know what I'm saying?
It's coming down.
Yeah, they coming down.
Election year always come down.
But like at the same time they're coming down, but the buyer pool, they're still not being approved for the amounts that the houses in the current market are priced at. You get what I'm saying? So like you're getting people that are approved, right? But they coming with like 150,
165.
You like the house is for
300.
250,000. Like what you want me to do? They not about to give you the house
What
for.
That's 250,000.
Now I'm just
Man, we got some
hypothetical.
sauce.
Just all hypothetical.
Caterways greater.
I was like, where's them at? 'Cause
I got deals
Yeah,
though.
Decatur.
I'm having. You gotta
We
tap
got
in with
deals
me.
out here.
we need
We're going to my
We about to
office
close the
after
deal
we're
for
gonna
this.
talk
We're going to my
about
office
that
after
for
this
sure.
and talk
Man,
deals.
we got deals. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna show the
This is
blueprints for the
crazy. See, this
opening.
is what
She
that
got a buyer
never-
for it. We're gonna go into contract before we even finish building
I
it.
had a client who was asking about the other. We gonna talk about this
We
because
gonna
we'll
talk.
be on here
We gonna
talking about
talk.
real estate this whole time, like these deals.
So if y'all could leave the new agent or somebody aspiring to be an agent / investor / developer some advice, what would y'all give them? What would be y'all little like tool or like?
Well, for agents, I think like the best piece of advice that I can give, and I wish, well, really, I had picked my team correctly. But pick your team correctly is number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said earlier, like really be confident in yourself and be confident in knowing that you're different and you're going to bring something to the real estate game that's not already there. So like never like, sell yourself short by comparing yourself to other people. Get a good team, get a good mentor. When you're looking for a team and you're looking for a mentor, make sure that they're actually working and they don't just, like it's not just good up on social media. Like actually look at their sales, look at what they're doing. And yeah, find a good team and be confident in yourself. Honestly, that's the best thing that
She
you
said,
can do.
find a good team, be you, and be confident.
Real talk.
You feel me?
That's
Those are major
Those are
keys. You feel
key.
me? Major keys. Being yourself can take you a long way, man, because people are going to gravitate to you. They're going to find some type of commonality in you. They're going to see themselves in you as well. You feel me? So that's major, Monty. What you got
and
for
learn
me,
them
River?
contracts.
Oh,
Learn
yeah.
them contracts.
Definitely learn the contract. Yeah.
Learn them contracts first.
Period.
What you got, River?
I would say two things. I definitely got to piggyback off the team thing. I don't know if y'all know this, but I've probably been at 8 brokerages. I'm real funny. Like, I feel like this is one of the only
River don't
careers, job spaces where you technically are paying your employer.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way in corporate America, if you're not helping us bring in the bucks, if you're not being mutually beneficial,
You fired.
you out of there. There's
Yeah.
nothing to talk about. We're not going to sit here and figure out how to make it better. You have to go. You're a liability. You're not an asset. So in real estate, like you working on a team, you being in a brokerage, like you're paying your employer. Make sure that they're pouring into you. I always tell people, giving somebody 30% or 20% feel a lot better when they helped you get that 70 or 80%. But if you just around here doing stuff off your own back and then giving somebody 20, 30%, you're a lick. Like, please just make sure, to your point, that team thing is it's huge.
very important.
And if when you feel like it's no longer serving you, you leave. You find a new space where you can really grow in. My second thing, though, is make sure that this is your passion project. Like, you can't not be passionate about this work and do this because it's really not easy. You cannot wake up every day and, have clients who go on a contract and they terminate. You don't work for 3 months and you ain't see a check and you don't love this. That is like unreal. So if this is not your passion project, if you really don't have like a real purpose behind this, just find something else to do. Like, I'm serious. Get on
Find something else.
Indeed, get on LinkedIn, get you a cute corporate job, take your little vacation days. Like, you don't get vacation, you don't get maternity leave, you don't get bereavement, you don't get none of that. You don't get your freedom.
You an independent contractor.
You an
Evenings and weekends,
independent
you working.
contractor. You a real hustler once you
24/7.
do this. Like, make sure you really want to do the work because you're going to put in half the work, still get nothing, have no time, and then be back at square one. So I would just say be passionate before you like dive in and do it halfway.
That's amazing. That's amazing gems right there. Take notes, man. I hope y'all taking notes today, man. For me, quick little nugget, I would say for you guys and gals that are already realtors, don't count your chickens before they hatch, right? You don't want to be spending that money that you think you're going to get that commission on before you close. You
Y'all
feel
know
me?
I
Sometimes
still
you
got that
can't
bad.
help it. I was about to say you
Real.
can't
Y'all know
help
I
it
still got that
sometimes.
You got that
In
bad?
2024, y'all know I still got that bad.
You
I
can't
still
though.
do it too.
Don't
Cause you
count
can't,
that.
sometimes you can't tell me that this deal not finna close.
It's
Yeah.
no love.
Like
You know-
what? I be like, I ain't worried about it.
It depends, you know. Sometimes
And those are
you gotta
really
wait
the
a little
ones.
bit longer, right?
Man,
it's
man.
gonna close, but
Now,
when
sometimes
is
they
that
just don't be
question?
closing.
And then
Don't-
you use
don't-
the
don't
commission
fall in
number
love-
as motivation.
Don't
Like, you
fall in
already
love
got
with
it in
that
your
date on
head.
that contract. That's what I'm saying. Don't
I'm
fall in love with that
crazy.
date on that contract.
I go Chanel, like, okay, I got this.
You done
I got
already
this
went
closing
bought the
next
closing
week.
gift.
Oh,
Like-
I'm talking about for me though.
Oh.
I'm doing me.
Me.
I'm be like,
Shit.
okay, I got 3 closings next week. This cool. Next week, 1 closing. I'm like, shouldn't have did
And you
that.
done already spent
I'm just
the
so
money
bad.
at
That's a
Chanel.
really great tip. Like, please,
Don't spend your money for it get
Don't.
there. Wait till it hit the account, then ball out.
and let it clear.
Facts.
Then for me, I would say for the inspiring realtors or people that may have already started the process and may have taken that test 1 time or 2 times or 3 times, don't give up, right? Because how many times you take that real estate test does not determine the level of success that you have as a realtor. You feel me? Like I took my test plenty times. It's like I got like it's like mug shots for me from when I went to go take
Real
my shit
talk.
for
I'll be
PSI.
like,
Like damn, right? But I know some realtors that got their license around the same time as me that hadn't sold a deal for 2 years. But when I got my license, it only took me like a couple weeks before I was closing my first deal, right? In my first year as a realtor, I did over 6 figures, easy, right? And that wasn't off of like promoting or doing a lot of cold calling and stuff like that. That was really more so off of the networking, right? But I say that to say, don't give up, keep going, right? Because it's up to you to unlock that potential. I passed that test and I ain't looked back since, just like Monty said. And Monty, you are an amazing help throughout the whole journey for me as a realtor, right? Because when I first got my license, Justin threw me to the wolves.
Justin throw everybody to the wolves. Like I feel like that's part of Justin's training. I'm
He
gonna throw
threw
you
me
to
to
the
the
wolves.
I gotta
wolves.
throw you.
See
Sink
Like-
or swim.
what you
There
do.
you go.
Yes.
He threw me to the wolves. He threw me to the wolves, and I'm like, I would hit him up. Of course, he would like answer pivotal
Yeah.
questions, but it was more so like sink or swim. We're gonna drip or drown. You hear me?
You gotta drip
And we gonna drip. You hear me? We gonna drip. Monty was there in my corner every time. Like if I had a question, I hit Monty up. She never made me feel like stupid about asking my question or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So like when it came to learning the contracts and all that kind of stuff, she was right there every step of the way. So much love to you, Monty. I'm giving you your flowers. You feel me?
Thank you.
Like
y'all are like family to me.
not
Real
like
talk.
we are. You feel me? Like you my
Literally,
sister.
y'all are my
Real talk.
brothers.
Yes, like
Yes.
we locked in. This 4L, you hear me? Like literally the first lady of Fleur de Lis Realty. She been with us literally since we started the brokerage. You know what I'm saying? So we forever grateful for you, and we're gonna continue to run it up. You know what I'm saying? Like
Only bigger and better. Bigger and better. We just gonna keep getting bigger. Justin himself.
real
Like I
talk.
need to
The
catch
biggest.
up, but yes, the biggest.
we gonna
That's the
continue.
way to the world, man.
Hey, and we gotta get her a chain, man.
Yeah, it
We
actually
gotta get
is
Monty
chain
her
time.
chain, man.
See what ended up happening?
It's chaining day coming up.
The next
man.
order we had went to Jam Lee, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna double back for
We
the
gotta
Fleur de
double
Lis.
back for
Yeah,
the
we
Yeah,
Fleur
you
de
gotta
Lis.
gotta
double
double back.
I don't
to
even
the
have
Fleur de
one.
We don't have
I know
Fleur de
y'all
Lis
don't
yet.
have them no
We
more,
gotta
so
bust
it's
them
really
down.
not that cool. Like I earned my chain literally like my first year
I'm
on
a
the team.
Big.
I'm
We gotta
a
up
up
'em.
I'm a
Yeah.
up
We gonna do that, bro.
Okay, well y'all do this. Invite me so I can be there.
Look.
Yeah.
We about to steal River to our brokerage.
Okay, y'all know what's
Okay.
crazy? I just switched brokers on Friday.
You lying.
Friday?
Right hand. Switch
Well,
brokers.
listen.
Why you
We
right
gonna, we gonna talk
here?
about that offline. We gonna talk
Yeah,
about it offline. We
literally.
gonna talk about it offline. But
I think mine would probably
what's your
be.
nugget?
I think I'll piggyback on what both people said. Like what really everybody said about picking your team. So the way we formed our business and team was based on like I had went to Metro Brokers first, and I
Well, we went together.
Huh?
We went
I'm
together.
talking about when I was started as a realtor. with
Yeah,
Metro.
we went together.
That was like
But then
Look,
we
you said
finished.
together.
Yeah, we finished the class.
no, I'm talking about as the brokerage. Like I signed
Oh,
with
you
Metro.
talking about for the brokerage?
Yeah, I signed
Yeah.
with Metro first, and it was like 60-40, and they had a mandatory mentor that was 10%. Then there's a franchising fee of 5%. So then, is it really 60-40?
No.
No.
20, 80, and you're getting 20.
That's my point. So I
Nothing.
sold my house to myself and realized, like, damn,
They got all my bread.
all the bread. I had $1,800 on the
But
165
on your house?
on
They
my
took your, okay.
They didn't give no cares. So I left there, and then I went to Real Broker, which was like a virtual broker. It was 85-15, no office, nothing, just virtual. But I had no support. Then I went from there to Terica. Shout out my big sis Terica. She taught me really the game, Kindred Real Estate.
Yep.
So all female, it was 20 of us, and I'm the only man. You know what I'm saying? So
She had that sauce.
she had the sauce. Now she has a mortgage company, all that. Like, I respect Kendra, love Kendra. She ended up moving to LA and focusing more on mortgage. So I went to Palmer House, was working with them. It was cool, but then they sold to HomeSmart, and then things changed. So then at the same time, right when they were selling, I ended up being eligible for my broker license. So I sat and took the test. I said, okay, I'm going to form a culture that I wanted to see. And Terica was the person that really gave me that culture of like a true family environment. Like no question's a bad question. So having that group chat we could go into at any time. Like showing love with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I told you I didn't compete. I don't compete with my agents. Any deal that come to me, one of my agents is going to eat. Because I'm not going to take it. I'm going to still interact with the client. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to take it. I'd rather give it to one of my agents and we all eat. You feel me? Like you were saying, like with brokerages, they have they pretty much making licks off people because they just charge them. So like I don't have that model. We are 100% commission. Like lowest, we $70 a month. You know what I'm saying? We have an office. We have a podcast. We have
If y'all want me to work here,
you know what I'm saying? Like we got everything.
We really are the best. I'm just saying.
And we show love. So we formed ours based on like what we wanted. So then we needed construction. We needed insurance. We needed mortgage. So we have everything in-house. We have partners. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We have attorneys that we could call at any time with O'Kelly. We have our own Linda Corinne. We can get anytime on the phone. Like these people.
Shout out Fairway Mortgage.
Facts.
Shout out O'Kelly and
O'Kelly. Nicole Peters, that's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So we have like a lot of resources that we partner.
Shout out JM Lee Construction too, because
that's
anytime those amendments come up on those contracts and you need some work done, guess who she calling?
That's big.
And we punish it quick. Like, okay, client discount. We don't even really charge them. We just want to get through
the business done.
So I think that team part is important. I think really knowing what you want and how you want to move, like with where you're gonna go. Like I tell people all the time, like my team isn't for somebody that needs their hand held, somebody that really needs a lot of time. 'Cause I don't have time for that. But what we are gonna do is work. Yeah. So I'm gonna throw you in the fire, but I'm gonna pull you out if it get too hot. You feel me? I'm gonna make sure you good. So like that was the thing with me, like finding that team structure that works. So Terica threw me in the fire, so I threw her in the fire. I had Monty lit all COVID. Like Monty was tight.
I love COVID.
Boy, what? Monty was a heavy hitter.
I feel like everybody loved COVID.
Yeah, 2020 was crazy.
It was crazy. Even though you got laid off, it still was lit.
It was 20. It was like the aftermath of COVID for me. But that 2020, 2021, that
it was crazy. And I ain't gonna lie, like
all the way up to 2022.
Yeah, no cap. We really was going all the way through. And I realized then, like, the key to it is, like, it's not really about quantity, it's about quality. Mm-hmm. So we was a small team of, like, 5 agents, young. They was just out of college, her and Ty. Like, Ty was still in school.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And we was killing them, like, 5 deep, going putting real numbers on the charts. So it leads into, like, my final thing, like, my famous saying, dreams don't work unless you do. You feel me? So it's like, if you want to do anything, you have to work. Real estate is not going to just come to you. At times where you have to go get leads, you got to go door knock, you got to canvas. Like, it's a million realtors, so you have to distinguish yourself, and ultimately it's that work that you do that's going to get you through there. So I want to leave that with y'all. Like, it's not going to be simple. It's not going to just be like, oh, I'm going to just get deals. Like, everybody knows a realtor. Everybody knows several realtors. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that you have to work. You know what I'm saying? Because there's several people I know that I'm cool to have bought houses from other people, and so on and so forth, but you can't really get mad at them because you don't know the relationship to the person that they purchased from, and so on and so forth. So I always leave it at dreams don't work unless you do. There's always another deal, you know what I'm saying, and just continue to grow and develop, because the true way to wealth is in real estate, people. Yeah. That's all I got to say.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord, man. I think that's a powerful way to end the episode off. You feel me? Y'all have anything else y'all want to say to the people?
Thank you
guys. Thank you for having me on this show. I love this vibe. Like, it was real cool. So.
We appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all beautiful ladies coming on our pod and just dropping some jewels and being relatable, because there's gonna be somebody in the audience that's gonna be able to relate to what y'all got going on, y'all stories, y'all visions, you know what I'm saying? And be better than us, you know what I'm saying, one day. So y'all want to tell them y'all Instagrams and where they can find y'all at and follow y'all if they want to, you know what I'm saying, buy a house, or if they got questions about your mentorship, or, you know what I'm saying, let the people know.
Me, I'm River the Realtor on everything. Instagram. I don't have a Twitter. Instagram. Dang, I don't got Facebook either.
You got to get a Facebook.
Look, she
I
said
don't know
everything, and
how
then she
to
like
work it.
Instagram.
TikTok.
You got TikTok?
That's what it is. Instagram,
River the
TikTok,
Realtor.
River the Realtor. My email, my website, literally everything is River the Realtor.
Lit.
Yeah, and for me, everything is my first and last name. So Montenay Thomas. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. And you will be seeing me post more. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Yes, I was inspired.
I'm on
by
you
my sis
now.
River.
I'm on you now.
I'm
Now
inspired.
Yeah, got you.
Justin been on me, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I've been working on it.
I'm
I've
on
been
you
working
back.
I had slacked up a little bit. Now I'm back on. I'm gonna have Siri
Yeah.
send me reminders. Remind Monty to post.
Okay, I'm on that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the content guy. I'm going to keep the content rolling me, man. I'm staying extra consistent with it. Y'all already know what time it is, man. It's your boy HD. We signing off here on the Life in HD podcast. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe if you made it this far. Be sure to share it with somebody else that'll find this information useful. Let's go.
Yeah, lit.